So, yeah, I mean, so let's actually, you know what? Let's take a moment. Let's take a moment. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about something called curation. So, might be familiar with content curation. It's something that viewers do to streamers, and it's a perfectly normal part of Twitch, the Twitch community, the YouTube community, any content that is being curated. Reddit is a content aggregator, which allows you to curate the content that you're looking at, for example. People curate their content on Twitch by following streamers that they want and not following streamers that they don't want to watch, maybe even blocking them or something along those lines. Curation is something that also can and should happen on the streamer's side. If you have someone in your community, like if someone joins your community, they are both you. Like, if you're a viewer joining a streamer's community, both you and the streamer should be curating each other. You should be saying, is this the community that I want to be in? And the streamer should be saying, is this person someone I want joining my active community? If both of you aren't doing that, then then things can run away either one way or the other. If the viewer's not curating their streamers, they can end up, in some pretty garbage communities. If the streamer is not curating their viewers, they can create some garbage communities. And I really do think that it is the responsibility of the streamer to vet everyone that comes into their community. Not necessarily to say, I did a background check. You can't know every action that everyone does outside of your sphere of influence. That's impossible. But you can see what happens within your community and what people are doing in the spaces that you control and react to that. And if you see someone that is doing some very obviously bad things in your community and you don't eject them, like, from all avenues, you kind of, you're giving implicit support to that person or those people that do that. So I'll give you an example. Back in June or July, there was this big Twitch Me Too resurgence. A resurgence of the Me Too movement that happened within Twitch, essentially. Where a lot of, especially women and queer streamers and prominent members of the stream community or prominent members of Twitch and esports came out about sexual harassment and sexual abuse and overbearing community members, and even creeping on underage people. And I made a commitment in the affirmative that we are going to support anyone. Like, I basically said, I think that we have a pretty good community, that we don't have a problem of abusers that are coming out. That's coming out of this. We don't know any of the people that are part of this, Me Too resurgence. But if someone speaks up, we're going to respond to it. We're going to give them we're going to open these channels so that they can respond in confidence. And we're going to be proactive about removing these people from this community. And then a month later, we had somebody who had come over from another community, who was ejected from that community, but was also harassing multiple women in my community, or women and femme-presenting non-binary folks in my community in private messages. And that person is gone. Somebody came to me and they said, this person has been messaging me after seeing some of my pictures in the cosplay channel. And it's like a young kid. He's like 12 or 13. He said, this person's been messaging me repeatedly after seeing pictures of me in the cosplay channel, and it's making me really uncomfortable and they won't stop. So then I went, okay, shit, I know who this person is talking to. So I talked to my spouse, and I talked to Alex, Rin, and I went, hey, this person who has been talking to you in your stream and has been messaging you, are they making you uncomfortable? What are they saying to you? And they hadn't been telling me about this, and I feel like this is a kind of a personal failing on my part. They hadn't been telling me what this person was doing to them. And it was childish emotional abuse tactics. It was definitely not it wasn't predatory abusive control, but it was still predatory behavior. You know what I mean? Like, it was still creating victims out of this circumstance. And so I told this person, this isn't okay. We are ejecting you from the community. You are not welcome back. I still get messages from this person. Hey, can I come back? No, you cannot. You are welcome to try and rehabilitate yourself and make yourself better for other communities in the future, but you can go where you want, but you can't come back here, basically. And when I did that, I chose the women and non-binary folks, or the women and femme non-binary folks that this person was harassing over the harasser. I chose to stand with the victims in my community and empower them and make them stronger and make them feel safe. That's my responsibility as a streamer. When something like this happens, as a community leader, it's my responsibility to react proactively to make sure not only that the abusers are routed out, but the abused feel safe. And regardless of whether the person in charge of this community, whose name has been dropped in chat, but since chat is not visible here in case this gets clipped, I will not repeat the name of, that person seems to be consistently failing in their responsibility as a community leader by not proactively rooting out this person and making sure that the people that this person is abusing feel safe. That is this person's failure as a community leader, and they need to step up. And to be perfectly honest with you, even if I hadn't been a victim of this, despite not being a member of this person's community at all, just because people from this community also watch my stream, even if I had not been a victim of this, if I had been a member of that community and I had seen it happen, and I had seen it happen consistently, and then the people that are abused leave over it, I leave with them. That is their failure, and I don't want to be with somebody who fails to curate their community. End of. Play some spin rhythm.